Welcome back to my channel. Let me ask you something powerful right from the start. What if the coin sitting in your pocket change right now wasn't just worth 1 cent, but hundreds, even thousands of dollars? What if that ordinary 1989 Lincoln penny you've probably handled without a second thought could secretly unlock financial opportunity most people would never believe? Stay with me, because today we're diving deep into the world of the 1989 Lincoln cent, a coin that looks common but hides stories of rarity, value, and treasure hunting that could change the way you look at every single penny you touch. Now imagine this. You're cleaning out an old drawer or sorting through a jar of coins, and tucked between nickels and dimes you spot a simple 1989 penny. You sigh, thinking it's nothing. But what if I told you certain 1989 Lincoln cents, depending on their condition, mint errors, and grading, can sell for thousands of dollars in today's market? That's right. We're not talking about rare 1800s coins locked away in museums. We're talking about something minted in the late 20th century, something you or your parents may have handled daily, that now holds the power to surprise collectors with serious payouts. Let's go back for a moment. The year 1989. George H.W. Bush was president. The Berlin Wall was falling, pop culture was exploding, and the U.S. Mint was striking billions of Lincoln Memorial cents. On the surface, they were just regular coins, part of everyday life. But among those billions, certain pieces slipped through with small minting anomalies, double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets. Errors so subtle you'd never notice at a glance. Yet those very mistakes are what turn a single cent into a collector's dream. For example, high-grade 1989 Lincoln cents, especially those struck in Philadelphia without a mint mark, or from the Denver Mint with a strong D, can fetch astonishing prices when they reach mint state 67 or higher. We're talking hundreds, even thousands of dollars. In fact, auction records show pristine red-toned 1989 Lincoln Memorial pennies selling for over $3,000. That's life-changing money for something most people would pass over without hesitation. But here's where it gets even more exciting. The 1989 Lincoln cent marks a fascinating period in U.S. coinage. By this time, pennies were no longer solid copper. Starting in 1982, the mint had switched to a copper-plated zinc composition. That means 1989 pennies are mostly zinc with a thin copper coating. Why does this matter? Because error coins, like when the copper layer is missing or uneven, create dramatic and valuable varieties. Collectors love these transitional quirks, and they pay top dollar to own them. Now pause for a second. How many of you have ever looked at a penny under magnification? Most people don't, but that's exactly why opportunities slip away. Imagine finding a double die 1989 cent where the inscriptions "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" show doubling. These are not science fiction. They exist. And while you may think pennies are worthless, collectors are willing to shell out hundreds or even thousands for those minting marvels. And here's the kicker: demand is only growing. As more collectors enter the market, as numismatics becomes a mainstream alternative investment, coins like the 1989 Lincoln cent gain momentum. Why? Because they represent an era, a piece of history, and a tangible asset that won't just vanish like a stock or digital currency. Wealthy investors are hoarding rare varieties, driving prices higher and higher. The truth is, today's $500 penny could easily be tomorrow's $5,000 treasure does so. The real question is this: do you know what's in your coin jar? Have you checked the pennies lying around your house? Or will you be the person who lets a fortune slip away simply because you assumed 1 cent meant just 1 cent? Remember, numismatics rewards the curious, the attentive, and the bold. Picture this. A family goes through an inherited coin box, finds a 1989 penny in immaculate condition, sends it for grading, and suddenly they're staring at an auction hammer price of over $2,500. That's not fiction, that's reality. And the only thing separating them from everyone else is awareness.so tonight. Instead of scrolling endlessly on social media, take 15 minutes. Look at your change, your coin rolls, your desk drawers. That 1989 penny you've ignored for decades could be your key to unlocking a financial surprise. Because once these rare varieties are discovered, they're locked into collections, hidden away forever. The window closes, and when it does, stories of missed opportunities are all that remain.